what I like best about living in community is the support and the prayers that the sisters give when we need them.
Community to me is so very, very important. We are here for each other, and it lets us grow in many ways too. For instance, the sisters pray together like several times a day. They all get together, make it a point to be together, and their voices blend in so beautifully.
One of the things I like best about community is the way we work together on group projects like cutting rhubarb or picking apples or doing dishes. So one time, one of the sisters needed help polishing silverware. So she wrote on her big whiteboard, polish silverware at such and such a time in the kitchenette. And I don't know how many sisters walked by and said, "Polish silverware? What's that? I didn't know we had silverware from Poland." So I just kind of hung out all day and watched sisters walk by. It's pretty funny.
I like the shared living that's in community, praying together, having meals together, preparing meals together. It's that shared day-to-dayness.
What are you making?
Peanut butter rolls.
How come?
Because I have
Do you usually bake?
to about once every 17 years.
One of the joys of community is to witness the great variety of gifts. Each sister has her own particular talents and abilities. I think of sisters with gifts like music and art, or gifts of gardening and cooking, gifts of teaching and healing. And those gifts are not only shared within community, but they're shared in the larger community and in the larger world. And when a member of community gives of herself, because those are gifts from God, she gives too of God's goodness, God's love, and God's compassion.
One of the beautiful things about community is our hospitality, that we are open and invite others, and that we reach out to the world.
Community to me is like my way of growing. People with whom I live help me give example. They give example to me. They show me how I can do things better. They sometimes correct me. And that's good.
Wait, hold.
I love being with people who aren't smarter than I am. Is that a good answer?
That's a great answer.
Amen.
I appreciate living in a community because it gives me a chance to challenge myself to be much more attentive to others' needs and to be aware of how I can be of service to others in community.
The most I appreciate is the Divine Office. We say 3 times a day together. We attend Eucharist, and we eat together family style, and we recreate together, and of course the hospitality. I have opportunities every Sunday to greet the people that come for Mass.
One of the gifts of community and the blessings of community is the affirmation and support that we give to one another. This funny looking dress, which we never wear in public, is a symbol for Sisters of Annunciation Monastery of affirmation and recognition. We call it the sesquimillennium dress because it started to be handed around in 1980, which was the 1500th anniversary of the birth of Saint Benedict. Sesqui is 15 in Latin. The way it happened, one of the sisters was going to school in the summertime, and a friend of hers put this ugly dress in her carry-on bag. When the sister got to Fargo, she discovered the dress and promptly sent it back to Bismarck with another sister who was returning to Bismarck. This dress has been passed on to many people. It's been from coast to coast. One of the occasions that a sister received it was at Catholic University in Washington, D.C. She was defending her dissertation, and this dress was carried by an illustrious faculty member of happy memory, Dr. Bella Below. It was presented to her in the presence of her committee. Another sister received it in Rome while she was doing a renewal program for English-speaking Benedictines as a sign of support and recognition. Many other sisters in the community have received the dress on various occasions. It's been here and there. I happened to receive it last May when I celebrated my 50th anniversary. This dress hides most of the time in people's closets, and then when it seems the opportune moment, they will bring it out and put it either in a lovely package that one would not suspect, or in a container that one kind of suspects that it may be the sesquimillennium dress. But all in all, it has been, for many of our people in community, an expression of love and support and recognition for who they are, for an achievement, for a significant event in their lives.
Community for me is a Benedictine way of life, and it's I can do many more things as a community than I could do individually, because as an individual I'm very isolated, but community gives me support, prayer, and service, and to also do the greater work of the church, and it's only through community that we are very effective.
I like to pray with the community, so I think our prayers are beautiful, and they are always inspiring. Every day when I pray the Psalms, there's always something new that I discovered that I've never discovered before as far as the Psalms are concerned. Because the Psalms are prayers for all people, whether or not we have a happy day or a sad day.
In community, we have many, many joys and many things that we do together. We go to God together, and that means that there are times when that means that we sort of put our own thoughts and our own preferences in the place of the service of others. We have our small groups where it's kind of a mini community, and that is an area where we celebrate birthdays together and things of that sort. Community stretches me because it's not about me. It's about seeing the Christ in others, of those we eat and pray with and celebrate and have many opportunities to have lots of fun together.
Okay. I think community is one of the special gifts of belonging to a monastic group of women. Because they help you to pray, because their time is scheduled, you can celebrate, your liturgies are much more alive. And there's always somebody around to talk to and have fun with. We have a lot of celebrations and we do a lot of joyful things. I'll tell you about one. 20 years ago, some man in Bismarck decided to have a softball diamond, whatever they call it. Anyway, so we decided that we would join. The sisters would become part of it. Only about 3 of us who were playing had ever played softball. So, of course, and then, of course, what other group would invite somebody who was already 60 years old to play on their team? Well, because I knew nothing when I got up to bat. I guess I was nervous, I didn't know. But anyway, they tell me that I wiggled my legs, and that made the pitcher giggle. So they had to take the picture out 3 different times because couldn't pitch. Well, anyway, of course, I couldn't hit the ball. And of course, we lost the 3 games, or 2 games, but we had more fun. And we just do many different things like this together. So community is a great blessing. And I really am glad that God called me to this community.
But I would like to talk about the way we celebrate. We have many celebrations, whether it's a big church feast day or somebody's birthday. And for the big feast days in church, we always As soon as we go into chapel in the morning, we know this is a special day because of the way it is, the environment is fixed up, special vigil lights and color and so on. And then when we're through praying, we go into the dining room and the tables have special decorations. And sometimes we take turns cooking breakfast, and sometimes one of the sisters will say, oh, let me make something really special today because it's a feast day. So we really do know how to celebrate. We get together and everybody pitches in and we have a great time. So we do do things well together. Amen.
Where's your hat? Oh, I forgot my hat. Downstairs. There's my Nancy. Hold up your mask again for the video. Get those.
I bought them at the dime store, the dollar store one time.
Oh, they're very nice.
Look at the eye.
Do you have a different?
To the eye.
Oh my God.
Isn't that awful?
That is pretty cool.
As we talk about Benedictine community this year, I was struck by our campus read, Ibo Patel's Sacred Ground, and he uses the images of community or people being a bubble or a bridge, and that struck me because Benedictine community for me is truly a bridge. It's a bridge. We know that together we can do what we can't achieve on our own, but community isn't just about doing or achieving. It's about being those bridges, bridges to God, supporting one another in that, being bridges for each other, and then as a community, being a bridge to the wider world in witness to what God is doing for us.
I love community because I get to live with people of all different ages, and I can come to breakfast with wet hair and no makeup, and nobody's gonna judge me. And they love everybody.
Yes, there's such nice people living here, and they are very, very holy.
Like you, huh?
Like me. And like you. Where are you going to put this?
You marry students and teachers will see it.
Oh, and I like all of you. Everybody takes care of each other and
yeah, and I should button your 2 buttons up there.
Yeah, I love her. She's my pal.
I like community because of the prayers we say. I love community because of the people around us. I just love community. God bless you all.
Why do you like community was the question.
Yes.
And I said I like community because I like to live with people who aren't smarter than I am. That's good. I like it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's not my real reason. It's my prayer life, really.
Prayer life?
Yeah. And just living with people.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Community life, just being with people. Mm-hmm. Is that all on there now?
Some of it.
Oh,
She'll edit it.
Oh, okay.
I can edit.
Okay.
I don't have to get you chewing.
How should I start with about community?
Yes. Why do you like to live in community?
I like to live in community because you can make a lot of friends and you can do a lot of praying. You can make, in spring you can make garden and you can use your what you want to call it, vegetables and things in the spring, in the winter time, if you have room to store it.
Yeah. That's true.
May the Spirit of God's love fill our hearts so that we may be authentic signs of God's love to all we encounter.